And I'll be talking about vaccination requirements. So first off, what is a vaccine? It's a biological preparation that improves the immunity for a particular disease, and it's made by scientists in a laboratory setting. And what it has in it is it contains an agent that resembles the specified disease, and it's either a weakened strain or a killed version of the disease. So what it does is it allows your immune system to see the disease, and then it recognizes it if you get it so that it can fight it easier. The beginning history of vaccines started a long time, like as soon as diseases came around, they always were trying to find out a way to stop it and prevent it. But the first guy is Edward Jenner, and that was in 1796. He was actually the first guy who made a breakthrough in discovering things that could be used as vaccines. And he had a particular interest in smallpox, which was a very deadly disease back then, left open sores that were just not good for anyone who got it. And what he did is he took cowpox, which is like a version of smallpox but for cows. But humans can get it, but it's much more mild in humans, and it can be passed from cows to humans if you touch the open sores. And so what this guy did, kind of crazy how he did it, but he actually injected cowpox into an 8-year-old boy and just wanted to see what happened. And the boy felt poorly for several days, but then he made a full recovery. So then what he did then after that is he took smallpox from a woman who had it, and he injected the smallpox into the boy, and the boy didn't get any symptoms of the smallpox. He was perfectly fine. So this was like the first breakthrough where it showed that vaccines could be used to help and prevent diseases. And then another guy is Louis Pasteur in 1885, and he just created the vaccine for rabies. And so school requirements, it's required in the state of Ohio to get certain vaccines before daycare and through kindergarten to fifth grade, some of the vaccines that you have to get are diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, polio, hepatitis B, and varicella. And then through middle school, you have to get at least 1 dose of tetanus. And then I know for coming to college here, you have to get the meningococcal. I'm not sure how exactly you say that, but that's just for meningitis. And then tuberculosis is for TB. If you hadn't received a tetanus booster in the last 10 years, then you have to also get that as well. So I'm supporting the vaccination requirements, and my partner, she is opposing it, but she'll go after me. So one point I had is that what it does is it boosts your immunity, so it's going to fight against any disease. If you get that disease after you get the vaccine, you're going to be able to fight it easier because your immune system can recognize the disease. And the majority of people, their immune system is going to be boosted rather than have an adverse reaction to it, to where they get sick from the vaccine, which that's a very low percentage of people who get that. And then there are statistics that prove that it actually, since the pre-vaccine era, which is before the 1800s, when Edward Jenner first made the vaccines, there's been a 99% decrease in these diseases, the diphtheria, the rubella, the measles and mumps. There's been less than 500 cases of those since then, so which is almost like 200 years, over 200 years actually. And there are some diseases that have been completely abolished where there's no more cases of them, which is the smallpox and polio. If you get those vaccines, you will not get the disease. It's proven that you cannot get them from those vaccines. And my last point is that the cost of a vaccine is going to be much less compared to if you get a disease. The hospital bills and the medications are going to be much more expensive once you get the disease. The vaccines, right here's a list of a bunch. Some of them that are on there that I've talked about are the The polio's on there. It was $65. So a lot of these are just small, like the tetanus is $35. The hepatitis B for children is $40, and adults it's $85. So compared to the low cost of getting the vaccine, it's much lower than if you would get a disease and have all the medication bills, the hospital costs, to where you're going to have to take medications if you get the disease. So why not just get a vaccine and prevent those from you having to pay those costs? And there's my references, and that concludes my part. My partner will continue. Thank you.